I'm a bit surprised that Wardley and his team have decided to activate the rematch clause, especially because it's so soon. I think it's too soon, really. I want to keep it real. I just feel like they're rushing into this decision. Listen, there might be some financial incentives as to reasons why they've activated this rematch clause, but the reports are that the fight will take place, the rematch, around about October the 17th. They're looking at October the 17th. The first fight took place on May the 9th. October the 17th. I think that's going to be, what, 5 months? Just under 6 months? I mean, that, for me, it's crazy. And it's for me, like, it's a mistake, man, from Fabio Wardley. I'm just keeping it real. It's a mistake from Fabio Wardley and his team to take this rematch against Daniel Dubois so soon. There might be some financial incentives behind the reason why they've activated the rematch clause, right? He might lose a certain percentage if he doesn't activate it at a certain time within a certain period. So I can see where Wardley and his team are coming from. I can understand it from a financial side of things, yeah. But if we're talking on a boxing side, I mean, this is a very dangerous rematch for Fabio Wardley. And I say this because in the first fight, he made a lot of fundamental errors. I'm talking basic errors that put him in all sorts of trouble. I mean, Daniel Dubois was landing his right hand at around about 58 to 60%. And you can't have a fighter like Daniel Dubois, the dynamite, with all that power, landing his power punches, his right hand, his biggest weapon, at 60%. And it's not even like he's landing it on your body. He's landing it on your face. Do you know what I mean? And we saw Fabio Wardley's face after the fight. The guy looked like a zombie, mate. Do you know what I mean? He was in a total war. He got absolutely battered. The thing that I'm mostly afraid for Fabio Wardley, especially just jumping back into a rematch against Daniel Dubois so soon, because for me it's too soon, is that will he recover? Not just physically. Like, sometimes a fighter could recover physically, right? They look good. Like, his nose might have healed. Like, there's no cuts, there's no bruises. Yeah, physically it looks fine. But, like, mentally, man, like, I mean, the guy go battered. He go absolutely beaten up. Let's keep it real. I know Fabio Wardley scored the knockdown in the first round after 20 seconds, and then he got another knockdown, I believe, in the second round or third round, whatever it was, yeah? That will probably give him some confidence going into the rematch, yeah? Like, I mean, him and his coaching team will sit down and say, look, we did drop him twice. So, you know, we can beat this guy. I mean, we've got the power on the right hand to actually beat this guy. So that maybe that's their thinking. But I will say this. He'll need more than just to catch Daniel Dubois early in the rematch. You know what I mean? Like, he'll need to just flatten Daniel Dubois, absolutely knock him out in the first or second or third round. Like, first five rounds, if Fabio Wardley does not knock out Daniel Dubois, like, it's murder she wrote. It's game over for him. Because Wardley is very limited as a boxer, and the first fight clearly showed his limitation. It absolutely exposed him. I mean, look, it's not like Daniel Dubois was the first fighter to expose Fabio Wardley for his limited boxing skills. Justice Huni was the first guy to do it. He absolutely battered Fabio Wardley, but then made a mistake, slight error, lapse of concentration, and he got knocked the F out. You know what I mean? But Fabio Wardley, he just lacks a lot of boxing fundamentals in order for him to be a success in the heavyweight division. I mean, in order for him to have a long-term future in the heavyweight division. Listen, he won the belt, but he didn't outright win it, right? He didn't beat the champion to win that belt. It was given to him, emailed to him, but then when it came time to defend it against a world-class fighter in Daniel Dubois, who also has his flaws, he got battered. He lost. Do you know what I mean? So he showed the levels and the lack of adjustment made by Fabio Wardley and his team, because at the end of the day, yeah, listen, the fight is in a ring. They can't see the mistakes that they're making. So it's up to the team to guide the fighter, right? To correct him, to inform him of the mistakes that he's making. But nothing ever happened like that during the fight against Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois made the adjustment. And you have to big up Don Charles, man. Listen, I criticize Don Charles, when he's talking shit and that, when he makes mistakes. So I have to give the same energy to Ben Davison and whoever else was in Fabio Wardley's corner. Like, Don Charles made the tactical adjustment in the 3rd round. And what he got Daniel Dubois doing is dabbling on that jab. He started dabbling on that jab. You know what I mean? He started making Fabio Wardley react to the feint. And then Dubois was throwing that right hand. And Fabio Wardley could not live with it the entire fight. Like, he just couldn't live with it. I mean, the right hand of Daniel Dubois was landing at will. The head movement of Fabio Wardley was non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. He never moved his head off the line of the punch. Never once. That's why Daniel Dubois just kept landing it, just kept battering him, paste. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it was just silly. From a tactical point of view, yeah, it was just a horrible, terrible day at the office for Fabio Wardley and his team. Now, the big question is, yeah, now that it looks like we are going to go into this rematch, yeah, because there's a lot of money in it, it's going to be bigger than ever. So it's happening. It looks like it's going to happen. Does Fabio Wardley have enough time to bridge that gap in terms of the skills? Has he got enough time to bridge that gap, to close the gap to Daniel Dubois, enough that it will make a difference in a rematch? Me personally, no, I don't think so. Because fighters like Fabio Wardley, who come from white-collar boxing, these are creatures of habits, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he might do all the drills at the gym with his coaches, Ben Davison and whoever else is there. They might actually drill him on moving his head off the line. They might actually drill him on dabbling his own jab, using his own jab, because in the first fight, Fabio Wardley didn't really use his jab that much. He was outlanded by Dubois' jab, especially after the 3rd round. They can work on all the drills with Fabio Wardley. But what happens is, with fighters like Wardley, yeah, as soon as he gets into that ring, right, and it becomes a tear-up, it becomes a war, a battle of attrition, he's going to abandon all the fundamentals, mate. He's going to go out of the window, mate. He's not going to remember any of that crap. He's going to want to have a tear-up. He's going to want to fight, because that's who he is. He's a warrior. He's not a purist. He's not a boxer. He never had an amateur background. So he hasn't got that amateur skill set to fall back on, no matter what you teach him. That's the problem for Fabio Wardley. Daniel Dubois can fall back on those fundamentals. He did it. He showed it in the first fight. When he made those mistakes in the first 2 rounds where he got dropped, what did he do? He made the adjustments. He fell back to his amateur level. Do you know what I mean? Used those skills and absolutely pasted Fabio Wardley. But Fabio Wardley doesn't have that amateur pedigree background to fall back to. So he's always going to want to have a tear-up. He's always going to want to be in a chaotic environment. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where he thrives. And it's been very successful for Fabio Wardley. But the problem is, against Daniel Dubois, it seems like, to me personally, Daniel Dubois is his kryptonite. Do you know what I mean? Daniel Dubois has all the minerals to take whatever Fabio Wardley throws at him. And guess what? Dubois has even more coming back at Wardley. And it hurt Wardley so many times in the first fight. He was battering him. Wardley, the power, wasn't able to be carried in the later rounds because he ate so many right hands. I mean, against the Justice Huni, against Joseph Parker, fair enough, man. He carried his power late. But that's because those guys didn't have the same power on the right hand as a Daniel Dubois. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference when you're fighting as a very skilled fighter who's jabbing your head, you know what I mean, all night long, who's peppering you, but he's not really hurting you to the point where, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're losing brain cells, mate. Against Daniel Dubois, those right hands, mate, Fabio Wardley was losing plenty of brain cells in that ring. I'm keeping it real. To the fact that when they go to the later rounds, he had nothing left. He had nothing left. Mate, even if he wanted to throw that right hand, there was no power in it. He was so tired. He was fatigued. He was done. He was cooked. For me personally, he's not going to have enough time within, like, 5 months after the first fight. He ain't going to have enough time. And the damage that he took, for me personally, he needs at least a year out. If you go into the second fight, you take the same amount of damage. Let's keep it real. Let me keep it real here. It's likely to happen again, man. Dubois is likely to put that beating on Fabio Wardley once more. And if he takes that type of damage again, I mean, health-wise, man, going forward, man, like, what type of future is Fabio Wardley going to have? Do you know what I mean? Because he left something in that ring. He left something of himself in that ring in the first fight, man. He cannot afford to take another beating like that because long-term wise, health-wise, I mean, it's just not good for a fighter. I'm just keeping it real. Fabio Wardley is always going to have a puncher's chance because he carries power on that right hand. He's always going to have a puncher's chance. And listen, if he goes into that rematch and he catches Daniel Dubois early with a big one and flattens him, yeah, listen, it could happen. He can do it. He does have it. He can pull it out the bag. I just don't think he can do it against a Daniel Dubois. I think Dubois figured him out. Dubois just knows what to do against this guy. Dubois got all the answers, man, for Fabio Wardley. Dubois, for me personally, is all wrong for Fabio Wardley. Too much power, speed. That double jab is a nightmare, mate. And Dubois just stays on you. He's coming all night, mate. Do you know what I mean? There's no letting go, mate. So I'm happy for Fabio Wardley in terms of, listen, he's going to get the bag. He's going to get paid very handsomely. Dubois as well. Yeah, his bank balance will be healthy. But his physical condition, like his body, brain cells and everything, is that going to be healthy? That's the issue, man. Do you know what I mean? That's the issue. But anyways, man, he's made this decision. It's his life. I wish him all the best. You know what I mean? But for me, the rematch is just a big mistake. I'm just going to keep it real. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, my people. I did do an in-depth film study, fight breakdown of the first fight between Dubois and Wardley. It's on the channel. I'm going to leave the link at the end of this video so you can click on it, go watch it. It's in-depth. I break everything down. All the mistake, basic, fundamental errors that Fabio Wardley made and what made Daniel Dubois successful in that fight to get the win. I break it all down, my people. Check out the videos. It's on the link at the end of this video, so make sure you go check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Fabio Wardley activates the rematch clause against Daniel Dubois. Do you think he can be successful in the rematch, or do you think it's just repeat? He's going to get battered again. I'm very interested to know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's debate. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Don't forget to smash the likes. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're watching on mobile, please do me a favor. Hype the video, man. Hype the channel. It will take us a long way. Thank you so much for your support. As always, I'll see you soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.